Hello, you guys. Welcome back to the podcast. Happy Feminine Friday. We are here with another special guest on our weekly segment, Why Did I Get Married? Lessons from a Husband and a Wife. I am here with the Smith family. I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves before we get started.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kimberly Smith.
Hello, everybody. I'm Cedric Smith.
Yeah, and we go back from when I was in high school.
Way back.
Yeah, and Kim has definitely been a pivotal role in the woman that I became today.
Oh, thank you.
So I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys both. And because you guys are busy, for sure. And like taking the time out to do something, for someone that's not family.
You are family. Yeah. Don't ever say you're not family. Like I said, you will always have a place in our hearts.
No, I appreciate
always.
that. Yeah, and then you guys, so I'm I guess, looking forward to doing this interview because I've always been curious about like how you guys came to be. I think I was like so younger back then that it was just like, I knew you before you met Cedric, and then Cedric came to the picture and he was just like, like this, I guess knight in shining armor. Lack of a better word.
Cool.
And so I guess I just was curious on like how you guys came to be, how your marriage is going. I think I mentioned to you guys before I started the podcast. There's a lot of people that inbox me on like dating nowadays, on relationships, on marriage. So I figured to do something and talk to people that have what I would consider successful marriages.
Oh, thank you. We've been together a total of 11 years now. Truth behold, we actually met online.
Okay, nice.
And it started out with the DMs and, in each other's inbox. I don't remember if it was Facebook or Instagram. I don't remember. And then from there, it then started with phone calls and then video chats. And then ultimately we had our first date actually at Cuban Pizza in Montclair.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
okay.
That was our first date. And then here we are.
Yeah, that's a classic one. So what about, no input, nothing to add to that? Pretty straightforward?
I mean, that was pretty much bits and pieces of the timeline that was right, but not there, but yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay. So I'm just curious, do you remember who inboxed you or who DM'd you?
Honestly, I don't remember.
I actually was trying to think about this earlier. And I'm going to probably say me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
But I really don't remember. Yeah.
You said it's been 11 years total, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, it's been a while.
And actually, yesterday, Valentine's Day, was when he actually proposed to me years ago.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
2015.
Yeah.
That was the year I graduated. Oh yeah, it was the year I graduated. Oh my gosh, it's crazy how fast time passes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Time waits for no one.
Yeah. That's so cute though. Can I hear about the proposal?
Okay, it was yeah.
I guess let's start when. Okay,
because it was it's when we got to the actual place and had dinner the way we did everything, but it was a lot for me leading up until there, getting the ring and hiding it, and there was only one or two people I really could tell about it from the door. And not even really till I'm going in today. And that was poor thing he said. Before I told anybody. It was them. And it was like, yeah, bro,
Yeah.
So we were out in Pennsylvania.
Yes.
What's that?
I don't know.
It's Parks Casino that's out there, but we were at whatever hotel. Anyway, we went to, can't remember the place, Hibachi. And I got it reserved. We had our own little room where you can close off the thing.
Oh, okay, very nice.
And as we were sitting in there, and I actually recorded it, and then I asked, and that was it.
And he yelled at me and told me not to cry because I was going to ruin my makeup.
That's so sweet. I didn't know it happened like that. That's so sweet.
Yeah, I had no idea that it was coming whatsoever. It was a complete shock to me. I wasn't expecting it so soon, but I'm glad it happened. I'm happy that we came into each other's lives. Of course, there's always going to be up and down moments within a marriage, but I can't ask for a better person to be my person along with me.
No, that's really sweet. You guys are going to make me cry. That's sweet. That's really, okay. Because these are one of the questions I feel like we kind of like just dived into everything. So I guess, because one of the questions I have here is like, how did you know this could be your person? So I guess starting off with you, Cedric, with the proposal, like how did you know like it was time to propose? Or that you wanted to propose? Like what?
How can I say this? Not even how can I say this? It was a lot that went into that. Not even a lot that went into thought process, because it would seem like it was fast. You know what I mean? But then I didn't really care about what anybody was fast, because if it was fast, it went right, I won. And if I went wrong, then I lost. But it was for me to win or lose. I don't care about, you know, I don't really care what people think about it. I'll stand on a hill alone.
Yeah.
So, sometimes I look like I made the call.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's it.
So what's the timeline for you guys dating? It was
August.
No, you know what? I do the chronology, you know, timeline things, okay? I know it was, I'm gonna say the DM stuff was like around June, May, June. Then it was July, we went to Cuban Pete's.
Yeah.
Then he said at that point, you know, we still was living our own lives though. We kicked it, but all right, you still live there, I live there, you do what you do, we living life. Said they were going to the beach. I got off work, went down to the beach. We hung out. Then it was a little period of time. Then we went to the basketball game. Yeah, then we went to the back.
Yep.
We went to the it was the opening night. It was the Knicks and the Bulls. I remember that because I was a Bulls fan. And that's still when D Rose was there with.
You lost me.
And Melo and them was there. They chipped him.
Okay.
But and that's about beginning of the season. What's that? September, October, beginning of the NBA season. And then I think November it was like, okay, boom. But the first like place we was, what was it up there? The Sting?
The Sting, yeah.
That was the actual, whatever month that was. That's November, December.
Yeah. We went to an outing that was hosted by a promoter that in Montclair, Morgan Mann. Shout out to Morgan Mann if you watch. At the Sting, where I actually made it official where he was with me.
Okay.
Because I've always kept my life pretty private. I've always kept my life pretty private when it comes to, you know, who I'm dating, because you could be dating someone, but are you exclusively dating that person? Is that person going to be your person? Is it just someone that you're having quote unquote fun with just for the time being, that kind of pass time away? But then when I noticed that the relationship was getting a little bit more serious with us and we were spending a lot of time together, I was going down to his house, he was coming up to my house, I had keys to his house at that point, he had keys to my house. It started to get serious, so I actually made it official where he was with me out in public in Montclair, where everybody knew who I was but nobody knew who he was. So that's when it actually became official. So it's like around that like November, December time frame.
Okay.
And it was basically exactly the same thing that happened. And she was out and about in places and venues with me in my town.
Yeah. No, I definitely know you were well known in Montclair. Like, just for sure. for sure. So, I mean, that's really amazing to hear. But, okay, so your perspective, like, how did you know Cedric was, like, your person? Especially since it was a shock that you didn't know you were going to get engaged so soon.
When I saw his commitment to wanting to get to know me for me, it wasn't about a relationship about, oh yeah, I just want to get to know her, I just want to get into her pants, I just want to have like sex with her. He really wanted to get to know me and then also get to know my kids, because we have a blended marriage. I have children, of course, and he has children, of course. So it was getting to know, both of my children, understanding my lifestyle, what I was doing, ultimately making sure before any relationship, I've always said that I want to make sure that I was done with my kids, meaning they graduated high school and they were moving on to the next level in their lives and what they wanted to do. That was my main focus. So I really wasn't trying to be in a serious relationship. But as I was moving along my last one, that's when ultimately, Cedric came into my life. And it was, again, more than just about, hey, what's up? Let's hook up and call it a one and done. It was really getting to know me, getting to know my soul, my life, my family. And then, of course, que sera, sera.
Yeah.
We go on from there.
No, for sure. The timing was impeccable. Because it was just like right when we were graduating, Cedric came. So it was just like, talk about timing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was timing.
Timing's everything.
And I was there for like how Chris was with Cedric. I think we both loved him. And we knew that like things were getting serious around Christmas time. Yep. Because you guys got the gifts and everything like that. So it was nice to see you like, I don't know, flourish, if that makes sense. Like, you're always, like, beautiful and amazing, but you're just, like, I don't know, there's, like, aura to you. Like,
It was. And a lot of people were saying that also because I was always just so committed to making sure everyone else was good. But it was coming to a point in my life where I needed to make sure that I was good. Yeah. I did my job in raising, the kids along with their father. Me and their father, we still have a great relationship to this day. We all get along, which is great. But the kids, of course, were with me the majority of the time. So my main focus was getting them ready for the next level of adulthood, moving out, getting a job, understanding what adulting is. It's a real thing. It's nothing fake. Mommy and daddy's no longer going to be here for you for the rest of your life. We'll be here, but you have to learn the ins and outs of life being an adult. Yeah. So it was my time. Yeah.
No, you did definitely a great job. I mean, you impacted my life. Like, I would never forget. It was like, I think we were like in junior prom. And like my hair was messed up and I don't know if you remember this, I didn't know what I was gonna do. And then you helped me, you talked me through, you calmed me down. So you've always been like a really good, like a mother figure, And it was just, I don't know, it was just nice to see you like in a relationship, happy. I don't know, it's something to like definitely behold. Now that I know the story too. It's amazing. It's amazing because I was like living through the time with you guys, but I didn't actually know what was going on. Story, So
but you were there.
Yeah, I was there. And I witnessed.
You were there
from start to finish. Well, not start to finish, but like from I guess somewhat beginning to
where we are now.
Yeah, and then the wedding was amazing, for sure.
Yes. Wedding was awesome. We decided to go to Vegas and get married. We wanted to do a 2-in-1, meaning destination wedding, get married, and honeymoon at the same time. We have friends and family that came out. Then there were some individuals that were able to also watch it virtually, which was good. And then after we got married, we party hardy. Yeah. I mean, it's some people say it's a non-traditional wedding, but ultimately that's what I wanted because again, this was my second marriage. Not going to get into details about my first marriage, not saying it was bad or anything, but the second time around, I would say if I knew what I knew the second time around, maybe things may have worked out in the first one. Again, we don't know that. We really don't know. But the second time around, I said, I'm not going to spend all this money to put on a fashion show and a show for everyone else. This is something that's going to be intimate for myself and my husband, my soon-to-be husband at the time. And that's what we did. I said, hey, if you guys can come and make it, come and make it. We're going to have fun. We're going to party. We're going to enjoy life. And then we'll come back to Jersey and move on.
And no, I just want to say you guys slayed. I remember you guys definitely look good for the photos and everything.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I think that it made to me like it made sense because I don't know, you guys were just like this like couple like filled with joy and excitement all the time. So like it was just fitting, in general. But
there's one there and then there's one there. I don't know if the camera can see it, but.
Yeah, I don't think they could see it, but
it's okay.
Yeah.
I just know it's there.
They're beautiful. They're beautiful.
They're there.
And then the one over there. That's my favorite one.
Yeah, that was gorgeous. I love the dress. I wish they could see it. And Cedric, you look real fly too.
I know. Absolutely.
He was like, some come to do. But I'm glad that we kind of like segue into this being like your second marriage, and I guess one of the questions that I had is like specifically for people on deciding to get married, whether if it's like remarried, married for the first time. Like, what are some lessons that you guys learned, whether if it's, especially like in this marriage, on, I guess, like what it takes to sustain a marriage, when you know you're ready or ready for marriage or to take that step?
Marriage is like having another job. It's a commitment. It takes a lot of commitment. It takes a lot of communication. Marriage is always not going to be 100% perfect. That's why it takes work. There's going to be some days where you want to say, oh my God, I want to kill my husband. Oh my God, I want to kill my wife. You know, not intentionally, but
you got a serious thing. He's like, so serious.
You know, it's times where we can work each other's nerves, you know, and then there's times where you may say, you know what, I'm over it. I'm tired. I don't know what to do. But then you have to really sit back and think to yourself, why did I get married? It's not about quitting. It's about working things out. Because it's just like when you tell your kids growing up, if you sign up to play football and you don't like it, guess what? You're going to still play for the whole year. You're going to learn commitment. And then once you finish the year, you can at least say you tried it. You don't want to commit into something and then let it go halfway through, because you're never going to have the experience of acknowledging what it was really like to go through the whole process. It's just being open and truthful to one another. You need to have those hard conversations, whether it's about sex, whether it's about finances, whatever it is about. You have to have those hard conversations, because there could be times where the woman could be thinking that she's less than, or the man could be thinking that he's less than. But as long as you have an open dialogue on what's going on, you guys can come to a happy medium to agree to disagree, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, how can I put it even in a little more, we won't make it not humorous, but as far as, the commitment, it's communication, but communication is one thing, comprehension is another. And also, when you have said conversations, or each party has to understand, has to be open-minded about what's being spoken about, and not take it defensively or be offended. Even you feel your little feelings hurt for a second, think. Because you'd be like, yeah, I want to kill her. Or, I take that back. I've never said I never even thought that, to be honest. That's just like, but nah. But yeah, you have, like I said, ups and downs, good, bad, whatever. But once you get to a point, though, you have to choose yourself sometimes. Not in like being selfish, like it's always my way. But if you can't reach the happy medium. Sometimes you have to do that, and then y'all have to circle back and just work it out. Because I know, like, she's a lot. She could really be a lot. Like, if I didn't have like that type of patience and that type of mind, that okay. Now I know I can be a bit. I can be a piece.
More than a bit.
I can be a piece.
Let's say 2 slices a piece.
I'm usually antagonized, but for the most part, that's, like I said, we both see how we can both say the same thing though.
Yeah, instinct. Yeah.
Crazy.
No, I like that. So I guess my follow-up questions for those are: one, what made you decide to get married instead of like just living together and staying together?
I'll let you go first.
Honestly, I mean, I got this. That goes back to the whole honestly, the way it just moves like a whirlwind thing, really, honestly. Because it went like quick and everything was just, everything was just on the, I said, you know what, I'm going to ride out. We're going to see what happens. We're going to shake the dice. I think I've, you know what I'm saying, had enough of the judge of the character for the most part. Then So I said, in my own mind, let's go. She could have said no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she could have. Yeah.
She could have said no. Like, hold up, do we just, I don't know if I'm ready yet. Mm-hmm. But she didn't.
No.
Ultimately, for me, and to be completely transparent, once my first marriage ended, I said I was never going to get married again. Mm-hmm. And again, this is before me even meeting Cedric. I was just like, you know what? I'm still kind of young. My kids can pretty much take care of themselves. I'm just going to go out there and have fun. Did that for a while, and I was just like, you know what? I did it one time. I'm not going to do it again, because they already look at the statistics of us being, men and women of color, mm-hmm. and how marriage always pans out to be. And they always say, well, it's always common that men and women of color, the rate with their marriage is very low. Mm-hmm. But of course, as we know, that's not true, because there's a lot of people out here, men and women of color, that have successful marriages and been married for years, years. Whether if they're just regular people, whether they're politicians, presidents, whoever it is, they've been married for years, and they're in the public eye or even behind the scenes. They make it work. But I don't know, it was just something about Cedric where I ultimately end up changing my mind, saying, I will give this another shot. Mm-hmm. Did I think about it? Absolutely. Even after he proposed to me, I thought about it. I said, because it's just a proposal. Mm-hmm. I'm not committed to a marriage yet. It's just a proposal. Mm-hmm. It is, here it is. It's a maybe for both of us. Mm-hmm. And we'll see how things work out. Mm-hmm. So we did a lot of discussion behind closed doors about it, and I did a lot of soul searching within myself and talking to myself about it, as well as one of my very close friends, Patrice. Me and Patrice has been riding out since, oh my God, I don't know how many years. I'm gonna say since elementary school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And to this day, that's my ride or die. And small token, she was actually the maid of honor in my first marriage, and she was also the maid of honor in my second wedding.
That's cute.
So, she's my ride or die, regardless. She's always there for me through thick, thin, good, bad, or ugly, or indifferent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, it took a lot of soul searching for me to really say, times are different now. Mm-hmm. Things are different now. Is this something that you want to commit to all over again? Do you want to sacrifice where it may work or it may not work again? And I took that ultimate leap of faith, and I just said, yes, I will try it.
Yeah. And you guys look amazing. I mean, you can try to be humble here, Cedric. He's like, I know. Yeah. No, I love it. And as we're I guess getting deep into marriage a little bit, especially when it comes to Black couples and the statistics, what advice, whether if it's for someone closer to my age or your age, whether you're starting marriage for the first time or getting remarried, mm-hmm. a piece of advice that you would offer us?
I would say first and foremost, before you get into a marriage, make sure that both parties are financially stable. Mm-hmm. Make sure you're financially stable, because things can happen where right now you guys are dating, everything is going good, someone can end up losing their job, and ultimately sometimes that may affect their partner. Mm-hmm. Their partner may say, okay, well, we were going half on this, that, and the third, but now I have to do everything. And that partner may feel, what's the word? They may feel, I'm doing everything and you're doing nothing, and that can ultimately ruin a relationship. Mm-hmm. It can. So my suggestion would be, go into it financially stable, go into it understanding that a marriage is work. Mm-hmm. There's, again, good times, bad times, indifferent, whatever the case is. Understand that you, every day, you wake up in the morning and before you go to bed, it's going to be work. Mm-hmm. Never go to bed angry. Mm-hmm. It's not going to make the next day even better. Mm-hmm. Can I admit I've gone to bed angry and we've tried to discuss things? Absolutely. But we're at a different time in our age, in our timeline, where the generation now is a little bit different. Mm-hmm. But do we try to make sure that we go to bed, making sure everything is good? Absolutely we do. Mm-hmm. Before either one of us close our eyes at night, we always kiss, good night, and then we go to sleep. Mm-hmm. And the same thing in the morning before we get up and leave for the day. It's have a great day. We kiss and we go to work and we meet back here, at the same time. God forbid, willing, we make it back here because, again, we know there's a lot that's going on outside. It's just outside. It's outsiding right now.
Yeah.
And not in a good way, as we all know. But yeah, you gotta have that open line of communication, financially stable, and have an open heart. That would be my advice.
And an open mind.
So, for you, what's the difference between having like open heart and open mind?
The open heart is allowing something that'll make you feel some type of way, but you don't allow it to affect you negatively. Even if it's negative, you try to process it. Like I said, and that's the part where the open mind comes in. Open mind, more or less, is about perspective. There's always too many. Like how many angles are there, and then how many angles that we're looking at. It's too many. Yours is not always right, but that doesn't mean that they're wrong either. That's the difference.
Yeah, no, I like that. I definitely like that. And I mentioned this before, that there's like a lot of people that inbox me about like, because they wonder if I'm married, they wonder if I'm in a relationship, because I talk about like, I guess a woman's perspective on love and dating and stuff like that. And I don't always know what to say to them. So you guys offering that like piece of advice from being, I guess, 11 years together definitely is helpful. But I know another thing that people would ask is like, how do I know I can take that step? Like, what is it within me that I'm like, okay, I could walk into this with this person.
What, walking into a marriage?
Yeah, like walking into walking into a marriage.
Both of you are going to have to come to that understanding, and it can't be one way. It has to be a two-way street. Both of you have to actually really sit down and really want it more than anything, because it cannot just be one person going into a marriage and putting their all into it while another person is only putting 60% into it, because it's not going to work. Both parties have to really want it. And you will know when you have it. Both parties will know when you have it. And you may know it before your partner knows, to be honest with you. Like, again, in the situation where we got engaged, he knew it before I knew, because, again, I didn't know he was going to propose to me. You know what I mean? Even though the love was there on both ends, regardless, with or without the ring. Someone may know beforehand, but then it's up to the other person to say, you know what? Yes, I'm willing to go both feet forward with you and take this leap of faith, and we're going to work on it. We're going to make sure this relationship is grounded before we ultimately jump over that broom to get married, because you want to be in a marriage, hopefully, for the long term.
Yeah.
I would say, don't lie to yourself. If you thinking about it, but that self-doubt is going to be the difference between whether you go or not. And if you have self-doubt, it's something that you either know either about yourself or about your partner, that you, I want to marry, it sounds good, it looks great, the pictures, this going to be crazy, and we're going to be in relationships, but even with all that, tell yourself the truth about the person you're dealing with. Or they're going to do vice versa. Now, if you get by all that, it's not nothing that's like, it's not anything that's so like detrimental that it'd be to your emotional stability and everything else, then,
look for the red flags. There's always going to be red flags.
You don't got to look for them.
They'll be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what about the people that, especially like in the beginning stages, when everything's like sunshines and rainbows, and people like kind of blind themselves to like the feeling that they're having?
You're going to have to learn, and that's okay to have those unicorns, that utopia of the unicorns and the fairy dust and all that good stuff and the glitter out there in the beginning. It's new to both of you. But reality, unfortunately, is going to set in. It's going to kick in. You will ultimately know the person, especially when either you start staying over that person's house or the person starts staying over your house. That's when you will ultimately get to really know a person, their character, and if you can live with a person. That is the ultimate thing. You will learn that, because as long as you are living in your space and he or she is living in their space, you guys will never learn one another. But by going into each other's space constantly and then ultimately trying to maybe move in together prior to, that's when you'll learn a person. And at that point, and I don't want to say it in a negative way, at that point, you know, it's still not too late to get out. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no.
It's no commitment of now you're married, you done spent X amount of dollars of having this grand finale of a party and inviting all your family and friends over, I mean, you know, to this big wedding gala, and then a year or two down the road, now you're getting a divorce.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's not the most ideal thing.
Yeah.
So would you? So you guys are like, you guys would recommend to take that step before marriage to move in together?
I suggested.
Me personally.
I suggested, you know, a lot of people do it differently now. They still live with their parents and then they get engaged and then they buy the house or move in their apartment or whatever the case is, and then get married and then move in together. You don't really know a person that way.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. That whole mantra, that whole system of thinking about that is also tied to, okay, we're not going to live together. That's like, they try to hold that as the same thing as, well, I ain't having sex before marriage. And you know what, there might be a small percentage of people that actually really tried it, but come on. Yeah. Y'all are smashing. So why not cohabitate, you know what I'm saying, bring your responsibilities together. Then you know you already have some time trying to practice, not even practicing, actually have conflict resolution in real time. You'll see what people's triggers are. You'll see how they trigger you. You'll see the level of it is, can you take it? Or why do I feel like this? Because why do they make me feel like this now? Or you'll see, you might go through some things that, whether it's someone doing something sneaky or somebody did something with money, those two. And you see how people react to that. And if y'all can work through like those small little bumps, then, hey, but you need to live together to do that. I mean, the worst case scenario, a year lease or whatever, because if you're planning on that, probably just that 1 year, you ain't planning on that as an escape, but it's there. But y'all don't know everything by then. And sometimes you only have to be there that whole time, you know. Yeah. But you wouldn't even get that far if you don't feel that as your person, unless somebody just that down bad. I mean, then maybe.
Well said.
But yeah, I'm not just I'm moving in with somebody I met and I smashed a few times, or even that. No, no.
Yeah.
To live. Well, listen. Anyway.
No, you're definitely right, and I guess what I'm like getting back from this is just like being intentional about like, when you're like being intentional about like taking that step before marriage, so you don't like get yourself in a hole basically.
You don't want to get caught up.
Yeah.
Because if you get caught up, that's a whole another ball game. Because now you got to get out, and sometimes it's too late to get out, and that's when you get into like relationships of, say, someone being narcissistic or controlling or abusive, things of that nature. So that's why it's good to have that ability to live with that person, because the signs will be there. They will be there.
Like, she would have known if I put my hands on women and stuff, or things like that. Like, I'm not handsy. I don't do that. Well, I ain't have to denounce that, but
yeah.
I don't know.
No, do you think it's good for them, like for younger people, right, to go from like their parents' house to living together, or do you think that they should go from like their parents' house living on their own and then cohabitate?
You need to be on your own. For a while.
Definitely from
your
the door
parents' house to on your own. Then ultimately, once you find your person, you guys living together, and if you want to then take the next step, then get married. You need that alone time to adjust, to think about your well-being, what you want out of life, and how you're going to be able to commit not just to yourself, but when it's time for you to have a partner. You have to adult by yourself. I don't think it's a good transition for people to go directly from their parents' house directly into living with someone. I don't agree with that. I don't.
No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. No, I've been living on my own for a while, and I think, like, obviously I'm not there yet, but I think you learn yourself, like, when you're by yourself, like, how you manage
Oh, no,
money.
you need isolation.
Yeah.
For sure.
You can't hide from you.
Yeah.
You need to isolate so you can stop running from you through work, through exercising, through vice, through everything. Sometimes you got to sit with you.
Yeah.
And it's the best time, no matter what it feel like.
Yeah, you really learn a lot about yourself during that time.
Oh, yeah. I still do it to this day. We both do it, I'm sure. You know, there's times where he's in one room and I'm in another. And that's the time sometimes I like to just be by myself. When he goes into work on the weekends, it's just like, even though I love my husband, it's just sometimes I'm just like, wow, now I gotta have a minute to myself. And it's the same like when I go out to do my pampering of myself, he has the house to himself where he can say, I'm here, I can be alone. Sometimes you just need
not long enough.
That's just
But just to have that space, even in your space together, but just to have that time in that space to really either to digress everyday life, the work life, marriage life, everything, just to have that moment to yourself and doing what you like to do.
Yeah. That's definitely good. So another question that I have is, like, a lot of people nowadays, especially like with social media and just in general, they have, like, some people have like a fear of marriage. Like, what would you say to people that are like kind of scared to take that step? Especially like nowadays with, I guess, like men specifically. They're just like, I'm afraid like this won't be successful when I lose everything. Or women saying like, hey, I'm afraid that I'm going to be stuck in a marriage, or that I'm gonna like, it's gonna fail ultimately. I think there's a lot of negative views and opinions and emphasis on like it possibly going wrong, and that's what's creating the fear. But I want to hear you guys' thoughts on what you would say to people.
Well, the thing about it is people just need to understand what reality is. Get away from the social media, because a lot of people paint this beautiful picture because they see X, Y, and Z doing on social media. Social media is not real. It's not real. Being in the moment of yourself, being truthful with yourself, that is real life. If you think that a relationship is ultimately going to fail, whether it's starting a new relationship or getting into a marriage, then it may be something you need to look at within yourself. You may need to go and, you know, speak to somebody or speak to a close friend or family. It doesn't necessarily have to be a medical doctor, psychologist, or whatever the case is. But you might have some underlying issues that is preventing you from wanting to take that next step. Everybody in life has some issues. We've all been through some sort of trauma growing up in our lives. Things different, some less more than others. That could be the underlying effect of that person not wanting to get married because of something he or she may have saw, something may have happened. But you need to fix that before you can take that next step. But when it comes down to this whole thing with social media, leave it alone. Just leave it alone. It's not real.
Yeah. What about you, Cedric?
Repeat the question.
Like, nowadays, there's like a fear of marriage, of like getting, especially like on, specifically since you're a guy, specifically like on the male side of like, I'll get into it and I'll lose everything. I have to pay alimony and all this other stuff, and it's just not worth getting into. What would you say to?
I mean, those are facts. I don't have enough of nothing to no alimony, so that's cool. But I mean, if you going into that, it's a natural fear of it, but then there's a fear of it. Is it because of the person that you probably have an idea, something within their character? Then why would you even think about getting married? Just don't. If it's that mind blowing and that stressful, then just don't. Just don't. And for the people that's really ready to jump, you can if you got a few dollars, you set up the prenuptials and stuff, and they can meet right there. You still gonna look out and take care of it. But I'm just saying, as far as that, then go get married. But if not, you that afraid. If there's so many things outside of you can make you that afraid about something you've never done, then you just don't do it.
Great.
I think that's definitely good advice on both ends. But I guess like segueing into like the other question, kind of like tying into this is like, what did you think marriage was gonna be? I guess this time around before you got married, and then what do you think? And then like, what is it now that you are married?
I'll let you start.
The way that she framed her question, it was kind of like it started more or less with you, maybe because of.
Well, that's why I'm letting you start because I've done it.
What did you think marriage was going to be before you got married, and then what do you think it is now that you are married?
Let's see. Oh, when you married, you think we doing it all the time. No, I'm just playing. I mean, you kind of think that when you're younger, but as your time without, you know about that. But for the most part, you get your person. You can't equate for the different moments of time where I got on nerves to a point of, the aggravation line and vice versa. You can't even equate that at the beginning. That's the stuff you go through. You gotta have it's gonna be some points that are negative. Because negative, you're still moving.
Yeah.
Because you can only go to the positive after that. That's how I see it.
My turn.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
I mean, because I've already experienced what marriage was like already. I already knew what I was getting into. So the question for me is like a little different. I just wanted my second marriage to be a more open line of communication, which it is, than, the first marriage. Again, not saying anything bad about what happened previously. It wasn't a good open line of communication. And ultimately not having that open line of communication can affect your marriage if you're not being open and honest and telling your spouse how you feel about certain things and, being very vulnerable. So that's what it is for me. Short and sweet answer.
Yeah, that's definitely short and sweet. So what are some, I guess, like rules or habits that you guys have in place now that I guess makes your marriage successful, or you're able to overcome those challenging times together?
I don't think we have.
Well, like, it has to be like, I guess, just like the word, or just like something that you guys do that helps you overcome like those challenging times.
Never go to bed angry, like I said. If there's something that's bothering us, we may not want to talk to each other at that particular point in time, but ultimately having those hard conversations, they can get a little bit emotional at times, but sometimes you have to be vulnerable to let your partner know, I'm not okay. And it's okay to say I'm not okay. You can't always say, yes, I'm okay, while you just have this urge burning inside of you, building up to the point where one day then it all explodes. It's okay to say you're not okay to your spouse, because ultimately your spouse is not going to know how you feel if you're not telling them. We're not mind readers. We can't read each other's minds. You know what I mean? So he has to tell me when he's feeling a certain way. Can some of the conversations be, and I'm using the word hurtful very lightly, but yes, and vice versa. There may be some times where I may say something to him where I'm not intentionally hurting his feelings, but these are conversations that need to be had so that way we can fix it, get to the root of the issue and fix it, so that way we can continue to be happy. So just be open and honest, willing to be vulnerable. I mean, that's what it is for me.
What did you say?
That was me. I said that. You said your turn.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Archer.
No, that, and I feel like, especially nowadays, when I feel like after like kind of like COVID, people have isolated themselves more, so it's kind of hard for them to like communicate or be vulnerable. Is there something that helped you guys be more open with each other to have those conversations?
Time.
Yes, it does take time. Time.
Just short and sweet, just time.
Time.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, again, once you get married, even though that's your person, you're married to that particular person, you guys are still learning one another. You're still learning each other's habits, each other's wants, likes, dislikes, things of that nature. You're not completely being 100% vulnerable. And it takes a level of maturity also. Once you get to a certain level of maturity, it's just like, I am not going to accept anything less. We need to be open and honest about it. And this is the truth. Whereas if, the younger generation, it's okay. It's okay, sweetie. And pacify the situation. You can't pacify a situation, because as long as you continue to put a Band-Aid on something, you're never fixing it. The wound is never going to heal. It's going to continue to bleed. And ultimately, if it's going to continue to be, somebody's going to end up ultimately dying, meaning the love is going to die.
Yeah. No, I think that was well put. Yeah. Really, 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 really well put there. And it's funny how you said, especially this generation, because I feel like we're so sensitive compared to like...
Oh, y'all real sensitive.
Like, we can't handle certain things. We can't handle even like someone saying something to us.
So soft. Oh my God.
I want to say I don't include myself with my generation, but sadly I have to take Leo here.
And there's a few of you, yes, that I is an exception to the rule, but yes. The generations, and I look at it, I'm saying this is our future, because we are of a certain age, even though we may not look our age.
Yeah, definitely.
The times where we grew up on it was more of, we were more free. Whereas if the generations now that's growing up, people that are in their late 20s going into their 30s, not that their parents did it, but you guys were so isolated because of social media, the devices and everything of that nature. You guys don't communicate. We communicated. We would go outside and ring our friends' doorbells. It wasn't like texting or anything like, hey, yo, we would physically get up, go out,
y'all
do these
like
things.
The screaming outside. We was
outside. Okay.
When they say we was under 10 years old, and it was definitely times, you didn't have no phone.
Sure didn't.
Your parents didn't know where you was at. Sometimes, for a fact. And we grew up and we just learned, if nothing else, critical thinking.
Yeah.
And some of us took it to another level, but that's neither here nor there. But it's none of that now, and that plays to y'all only have the level of common sense that you have, because you don't have some of the things. I'm not saying you, but you know what I'm saying, to piggyback off what she's saying as far as the generation.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree, because I feel like I understand because I was like raised with these people, but then I had to have like a different perspective, because I also have people like you guys, people like my mom, that offered me a different perspective. And since I grew up kind of like in the late, like really early 2000s, there was still a little bit of like going outside and I guess like seeing like different music videos and stuff like that. So you had like a different sense, versus now it's just like you can't even say a joke to someone without it being too offensive.
Yeah.
So I think, in my opinion, I think
care.
that's yeah. But I think that's why it's harder for people like my age or younger to like be in committed relationships or get to that point of marriage, because they don't even know how to get past the point to themselves of things that they need to like.
There's no communication. You guys have not learned communication skills. Yeah. In school we learned communication skills, even though that they say they teach it in schools nowadays. No, they don't. No, they don't. Yeah. Because everything still to this day is digitalized. Yeah. We didn't have nothing digitalized. I mean, you were lucky if you had a Commodore 64 computer in your home, and I'm taking it back. Okay? Or the first or
that was too far back. No, I'm thinking you said that, dog, you talking about that was like 80.
But this is what I'm saying. But we had
Commodore?
But we had to build, everything. We had to learn to build our own processors in our computers, with now everything is already given to you guys. We had to physically go to the library to do research, where now you guys have ChatGPT and all that good stuff where everything is on the internet. Yeah. No, we had to go to the library, find the index cards, then ask the librarian to help us go find the books. We had encyclopedias that we had to use.
That was Google.
Yeah. That was our Google. So we learned how to communicate that way because we had to ask for help. And that's getting down to whereas now you guys don't have to ask for help or communicate because everything is at your fingertips right on the computer.
Yeah. I want to say I am grateful because that sounds like a lot of work, but at the same time I feel like there is like a missing factor because we don't have muscle memory, like we're writing stuff down. We don't have like the ability to like, because everything's so fast, we're not processing the same. So it's,
y'all don't even know how to write cursive.
Yeah.
Y'all don't even know how to read a clock.
Oh, I don't know about that. Well, maybe like the younger people.
Some people don't know how to. Yeah. Some of the younger folks do not know how to read a regular analog clock. Yeah. If you ask them to read it,
it was like, what did it say?
Yeah.
Wow. What? I haven't seen that one yet.
You're like, what?
Yeah.
If you tell them, ask them what's a rotary phone or what's a phone, they're like, what's a what?
Oh no, they wouldn't be able to do that.
They'll look at it like
that's past sharing, Joe.
No, but I do know what that is.
Y'all had rotary phones?
No, but I know.
I'm about to say it was past then. By then.
Yeah, I think around that time is when we first there were first mobiles, like the flip phones.
Oh yeah. So it's a lot. I mean, and again, because we're so much older. Because we've already had those communication skills. So it's just like we have the best of both worlds because we had those communication skills. Plus, we know the technology now. So, and unfortunately, it's just going to get a little worse. Yeah. Because everything is just pretty much handed. Yeah. To the future generations.
Unfortunately. And I think this is a big reason why I wanted to kind of have this segment. Because sadly, people are struggling with relationships, with communication, with processing in general, with I guess the interior work you have to do, and they don't. I guess the same guidance that I was probably lucky enough to have, they don't have. Yeah. So it's like I wanted to sit down with couples that I feel like were successful, that I feel like are real, and we can learn something from you guys to I guess encourage people more step out of your comfort zone, try to do something a little bit different. Figure out what communication looks like for you, kind of thing.
For sure.
Yeah. How do you, especially with the younger generation, how would you encourage them to start? What's a good starting point? Whether if it's in a relationship or to themselves on communicating, being more open.
Put down phones. No, honestly, put down the phones and have a real one-on-one conversation. If it's a person that you want to be with or potentially wanted to be with, court that person the old-fashioned way. Have the conversations in person, not, I'm going to call you via Zoom, team chat, whatever the case is, or I'm going to Snapchat you, all that. Take her out. Take him out. I mean, it's okay to go both ways. It's not always about the man taking a woman out. It should go both ways. Let the phones go. Have these real conversations in person. Yeah. That's where you're going to get the best dialogue of a person, is having real conversations in person. Get away from the electronics. It's killing. It's killing the generation slowly, even though it also enhances, but it's also killing. Yeah. If that makes sense.
No, it definitely does. Because I feel like even with me, on a day-to-day using ChatGPT, I feel like I sometimes need to okay, let me step away and read something for an hour or two, because my processing capacity is slowing down, because I'm having someone give me all the answers, whether if it's and not sitting down and figuring it out on my own kind of thing. Yep. So yeah, no, that's definitely good. What about you, Cedric? Anything sad?
Don't lie to them and don't lie to yourself about who you've come to the realization of who they are and who you are. Now, you can work that out, then by all means, I suggest, the relationship is the best thing, and to be married as well. But it starts before you even get to having a conversation or courting somebody, even when you courting them, what are you courting them for? Tell the truth. You know, you going in and have somebody thinking it's one thing, you know, you just doing that. And it be women too. Some dudes, the dude get serious, and she was like, oh, I just want this. See, y'all thought I was going to say, yeah, the guy he just want to hit it and whatever. No, something down. Be them too.
Yeah,
of course.
So,
for sure.
Tell the truth. Don't get nobody caught up in nothing like emotionally like that. Don't do that. Mm-hmm. Then once you tell them the truth and it's what it's supposed to be, and it's on the up and up, then yeah, okay, now we're going to work on those things. Mm-hmm. And like I said, really telling the truth is start with you. You got to tell yourself the truth first.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I like how we kind of ended with that question because it segued perfectly into like the next question that I have, which is like the modern takes, like the expectation on relationships nowadays because things are different back then, right? Like I think back then people had like their rules and opinions, and since like social media clouds, I guess us on like what a relationship's supposed to look like, and whether if it's like I don't know. It's just like a whole competition on social media, right? So a lot of the, I guess, expectations are around like 50-50 gender roles, independence, a man's role, a woman's role, or like basically like what, like you see like people like have these flash relationships, or like people like go above and beyond, but like reality and closed door, that's just like not the case. So like what is your view on that as a whole?
Our relationship is 50-50 because you have to, now we're going to go back. Women fought for equality. There was times where, yes, back in the day, the men was out, the women were home, taking care of the kids, the home cooked meals, this, that, and the third. So because we as women, we fought so long and hard to have equality. There's nothing wrong with being equal. I would rather be equal than my husband than him to be walking 10 steps ahead of me, and I mean 10 steps behind him. We are equal. He goes up and he gets up every morning and go to work, so can I. I cook, he cooks. I clean, he cleans. I wash clothes, he washes clothes. So it is equal. And if I fall short on something, he has my back, and vice versa. So there's nothing wrong with having that equal. There are just people out here who they feel that they are entitled to be taken care of.
Yeah.
You're not entitled to be taken care of. You should know how to take care of yourself, and then have the decision be made with your significant other, whether again, if it's a male or female, on what you want to do within your household. But don't go into a relationship dictating my money is my money and you're the man of the house and you're going to pay for everything and you're going to do everything. No.
Yeah.
I don't expect for him to do everything. I don't.
Yeah.
Because you have to remember, before I met him, what was I doing? I was taking care of myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was taking care of himself. Is it easier with two incomes? Absolutely. But we both know and understand, let's just say if something was to happen, he's still able to take care of himself. I'm still able to take care of myself. So for someone who goes into a relationship entitled and then something happens to that breadwinner, what's happening to them now? Now they're like, oh, I have to go out here, I have to figure this out, or I have to find quick money to do this, or mommy, daddy. We don't do that. This is life. This is real. So, you have to make sure that those expectations in the beginning are said and set, because if I would have went to him and said, yeah, I met you and I have my own household and I was taking care of the kids, I'm paying all my bills, but we're married now and you're going to do everything, I'm sure we wouldn't be sitting here now having this conversation. And I'm being completely honest.
No, not at all. That, like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was good.
No,
I like the way you...
Yeah, that was really good. And I feel like that's something that and I'm sorry to put like a gender to this, but I think that's like a lot of women need to kind of like hear. Because nowadays you see like, oh, this guy bought her like a G-Wagon, this guy bought her this, like, so I expect like the same thing. Or I deserve the same thing. But it's like in reality, like you don't know what's like behind that. Correct. And then on top of that, the word I like that you used was entitlement. Like instead of being like appreciative, regardless of what dynamic you have, you're more like, I expect this. And I think that's kind of like why some people are fearful of like getting to marriage. But before I enter my next question, like Cedric, what is your thoughts on?
No, what I was gonna say is I don't care about those. Yeah. Whatever your relationship is, whatever dynamic that creates the happiness and the balance in your house, that's do you. If you in there and you feel that you want to take care and do everything because it gives you that whatever, do you. Yeah. If the woman wants to be the one to take care of everything and do her, and I mean, or meet in the middle. When you say meet in the middle, that means that might only be, say, for maybe the home or whatever the case, or and then on the back end, everybody gonna handle all their other little particulars. You might pick up a little more over here, but then other, you know what I'm saying? It's, but if it works, it works. Yeah. That's what worked for us. Because it keeps us both responsible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. Because that notion of like, one person should be doing this, one person should be doing that is definitely, I want to say outdated because it's not the same. But I think some of the conversations that I have, especially like with my group of friends, is that they're kind of lost, especially like some guys, on like which role should I play? Like, how can I guess, be a good spouse? How can I be like a good husband and like meet the expectations of like what society still has? And same thing for women. Like now that we're able to like work and get an education and stuff like that, like how am I able to be a good partner and good spouse? Since there's not like, since this is like all new. Like before it's like there was like your set roles. Now it's just more like, okay, we're both working, we're both educated. So like where do we fit into this?
Well, first, don't let society dictate what goes on in your household. Society is not paying the bills. Society is not paying you your paycheck. So who cares what society says outside? It's what's going on within the home. And again, this is where it's a lot of BS that's being portrayed on social media, where people are showing all this flash and this, that, and third. Half of them people are probably renting the stuff. Half of those people are borrowing the stuff. Half of those people are in debt. Pretty much so in debt. Or in order for them to get there, and I'm not saying all, some people have scammed their way to get there. But as we all know, in the end, the truth will set you free and it will come out.
Yeah. Very nicely put.
Yeah. That was.
Yeah.
Anything you care to add?
No, repeat the question for me, because I had something and you always keep jumping in there and you just throw off my whole train of thought.
No, so the question was more like with society's expectations on like men, but then also the new expectation with women of like, yeah, you can be educated, you could have a job and stuff like that, but your role is still to be managing this household.
No, what I feel about that is, the way I see it is, as a man, you still gonna pamper the wife and help carry her weight, but you're not gonna coddle her where she can't help herself.
I like that.
Can we cut there for 1 second? Take your glasses off for a second. Come here. No, open your eye.
It was bothering you, wasn't it? I appreciate it.
That's gone now. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you guys don't like bothering?
No.
Okay, we're live again.
I'll cut that part off. Don't worry.
No, that was it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm gonna definitely help her carry a little, but I'm gonna let her push.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And it's like a workout analogy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spot you, and I'm gonna be there, and I'm never gonna let it fall on you. But I'm gonna let you lift it.
I like that. That's a good analogy.
Aww.
Yeah. That was a really good analogy. And I think that'd be really helpful. Not to put one of my friends on the spot, but he did say that I could mention certain things because I talked to him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We're just their relationship a lot. Like, he grew up in like a 2-parent household, and she grew up like with like not like only like with one parent, and then her mom passed away when she was young, so she didn't have like the example of like what it was to be like. I guess a woman in the household and so on and so forth, and then he has the expectation of I seen what my dad and my mom were like, and since they're old school, then it's like a different perspective. So for him, it's a big reason why I bring up this question because I get it a lot. Is I don't know how to. I guess like when we were talking, he's more just like. It's not that I don't know how to be a man. It's just that I feel like my man, like I'm not fully in, like how like. My manhood is suffering because I don't know how to guide her when she doesn't come from the same background that I do. And then for her, it's just like, I don't know how to be like his mom. Like his mom is on top of everything. His mom is this and this and that. But they're speaking from like a dynamic of like, they were together, like they got married like in the 70s. You know, like, so I was like, it's really different. Yeah.
You can't fault him, either one of them, from their social conditioning.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he can't like feel down on himself or belittle himself because you can't teach her what she either isn't willing to or isn't able to learn. You can't. Yeah. You got to be open-minded to it. Like, a woman ain't gonna just be my mom. Because as a man, sometimes you'll think that. There's a lot of instances with the structure of like that I seen, that I noticed that played a part in it. I ain't gonna lie. Woman structured things. Yeah. Like, you know the difference. Yeah. When you know what you're looking at, you know the difference. Yeah. So I get where he's coming from, but from to be at this, are they? I don't know how serious they are. Or...
So he's getting to the point that he wants to get married to her. Like he loves her for who she is, but there's certain gaps for him. Because he has that, like you said, social conditioning of, like, the roles. Like, he's more like, I wish that, I want her to, like, be free, get education, have her job, but I want her to manage the household, like, when we have kids, like, kind of thing. So, like, he's, like, 10 steps ahead, right, of, like, what the future look like, how he wants things to be, and she's more like, well, like, I know how to cook, I know how to clean, I know how to do laundry, but, like, I'm not your mom, kind of thing. But, like, I want to still be able to work and have kids. Like, yes, maybe, like, the first couple months, like, I'll be at home. But, like, I guess, like, those are, like, the kind of, like, things that, like, people like my age or people that I talk to get deep into, like, those small details that they're just trying to, like, to navigate.
Well, that don't seem too far off. That one little thing... That's something. It's definitely. That ain't.
So I guess let me put a bigger picture to this. Like his dad, like there was no like cleaning the house, changing Pampers, none of that. There's like
okay, so here, there's the problem.
Yeah.
Honestly, in that particular situation, his whole perception of the thing is skewed badly. If y'all do all those things together, y'all end it all together. They're both of y'all kids. They're both of y'all house. It's both of y'all responsibility. It's not that is the happy medium. There ain't no in between.
For me, it's teaching your children when they are young. So I have a son and I have a daughter. My daughter's the oldest. My son is the youngest. I showed my daughter, of course, because she was the first, the things that a woman normally does in the house. But I also made sure that my daughter know how to check her oil, change a tire, things of that nature. When my son came along and he was old enough, again, they for a while both of them had a 2-parent household. But I also let him know, yes, you are a man. These are the things that men do, but you also need to know the other things that involves the household. You need to know how to wash your clothes. You need to know how to clean your house. You need to know how to take care of a child, change diaper, whatever the case is. So it also starts in the household. You can't dictate a role based off of someone's gender, because that's not how it is in today's society.
Yeah.
Back in the 70s, 60s, you can say that, yeah, but now it starts in the household, whether it's a 2-parent household or it's a single parent household. We have to teach our children both roles, because God forbid, let's just say if they get married and something happens to, let's just say to her, he ultimately will have to be the caregiver of the child, clean the house, cook, change the pamper, pick up and drop off, things of that nature. So you need to know both roles. It's not gender specific anymore. It's not. You need to know both roles, because if your spouse is down and out, your spouse is sick, and your spouse can't do something, you don't expect your spouse to be walking around, hopping around the house with a broken ankle or whatever the case is, cleaning the house, cooking. No, you have to step in. So that's my thought.
That's your spouse, but y'all are a team.
Yeah.
All that on the man, I go to work and come on, I want my cold beer and my plate on the table. And sometimes, bro, you need to cook, bro. You may not want to hear this. Shout out to those people that lent the information. But, and I respect, totally understand, because I'm playing, y'all talking, I'm going through in my mind the whole, like the strong traditional background that he got. Okay, so I get it. But this is now. And I'm not calling you wrong, but that's just not the appropriate mindset to have in 2026. In everyday life. Not now.
Yeah. It's like having like the willingness to learn each
No,
other.
you gotta adapt.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the key word, adapt.
Everybody, like a lot of the 70s and 60s and 50s, 80s protocols and stuff that people trying to still act like they holding on to, knowing damn well now it's a whole new playbook out here.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to bust your bubble, fam, but you gotta come up off that.
Yeah. Yeah, it is different nowadays, because like you said, it's just not the same. Like there's a lot of things that are different, and I think it's just fair in general, especially like now that there are some guys that like they want to be involved, they want to do the whole role, and then there's some women that just are just like, I don't want any parts of it. So like I think it's right on both sides.
Damn, now you got me really thinking about that. I'm talking about, I don't even know these people. Now you got me to the point. I'm thinking of a situation now. Okay, maybe he's willing to have the open conversation and meet her in the middle if she's willing to meet in the middle. But then is he don't want to have to hear that and talk to his mother and his dad about it.
Yeah.
That's what this is about.
Especially his mom.
No, I know it's one. If it's not both, it's definitely one of them.
No, I think his dad is definitely more, because I've known them for like a long time. His dad is definitely more flexible, and he's like more, I guess, open-minded, and he's like just more relaxed when it comes to everything. He's like, hey, that's your household, that's your life. I gave you the foundation of what worked for me. It's a different time. Do what works for you. But like, I don't even think he would approach that conversation with his mom, because his mom's just like, what do you mean? Like, she can't do this, she can't do that. Or what do you mean you have to do this, you have to do that? Because like, even when she goes over his house, for example, like she's cleaning the kitchen, like she's doing his laundry, like kind of thing. And I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, he grew up with that kind of, he grew up with that kind of foundation. But
okay, you said go over his house or go over their house?
No, his house.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. No, she lives on her own. He lives on their own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they haven't did the whole. And that was sometimes I'm like phrasing these questions a certain way, because one, they're a Black couple, and like I said, they grew up differently, and like one of the questions I asked before was,
oh damn.
Yeah.
No, I'm as you're saying it, I'm getting it. Oh damn, he loves his mama. Oh
yeah, no.
I know.
That's his heart.
No, I know.
That's his heart.
I know. Listen, I know. But I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt you this one time.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to tell her the truth.
Yeah. I think to be transparent.
She gonna get you the business.
Because I know he's gonna watch.
And you gonna hurt. You gonna feel a little hurt.
Yeah.
But you gotta do it.
Yeah.
You gotta do it. If you're going forward with this and you're gonna make that happy medium, you gotta do it. Mm-hmm. Eventually, y'all gonna be in a cohabitating, and then you're gonna have a home, mm-hmm. and then the kids, and that time gonna come. Mm-hmm. You might as well get her ready now. Mm-hmm. That's my advice.
Yeah. No, I think it's good.
Get her ready now.
I think it's good advice, and it's good coming from like a guy, because like I'm like, he respects me, but I'm still like, he's like, oh, you don't understand. Like,
I understand. Yeah. It's all in my head. And you see us, I'm asking you certain things, and I'm like, oh, damn, I know. Mama, mama, boy, low key. You don't want to call it that, but yeah.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. And she's like the type where she's like, if she hears this, and I know she would say it, she's just like, okay, then be done with her. Like, she's not good enough, kind of thing. And that's why he doesn't want.
That shouldn't be her place to even say that. But.
Yeah. But like, you know how like some moms are, which I she doesn't watch the thing.
He's not the only son, is he?
He said, no. He's like, he's one of five. One of five boys. He has 2 sisters.
Oh, that's even deeper than she ain't playing about none of them.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
This is.
But surprisingly, even though like it's my friend, I do have like, whether if it's like women in her situation, like, hey, I didn't grow up with my dad, or hey, I didn't grow up with my mom, or I didn't grow up with either one of them. I grew up with my grandma or something like that. So they don't have like a good understanding of like what even a healthy household looks like. Gotcha. And then you have some people that do have like that structure, but it's because it's so outdated that it doesn't really 100% apply to nowadays. So whether if it's like the woman who had the structure, or whether the man who had the structure, or whether the woman who didn't have the structure, the man who didn't have the structure, it's, I guess, difficult, because even though they're coming from 2 different places of like structure, non-structure, it's still like a gap on like what's the right thing.
But still, even somebody coming from a 2-parent household, that doesn't mean that there was 100% structure there. Where this is where a lot of people need to understand that, because just having 2 parents in a household does not mean that child is going to be better than another child that has been in a household with, whether it's the mom, the dad, or the grandma. Because there's still issues still in the 2-parent household. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's a lot of underlying things that, you know, when we're children, that we don't know, or we absorb it.
You don't even know you absorb
exactly. It. And we don't really understand it until we get older, if that makes sense, where it was hidden. Let's put it that way. Things may have been hidden from us, which we thought that was the norm. You understand what I'm saying? So then growing up into an adult, and this is where a lot of that comes into play, where if this is the norm, then this is also going to be the norm in my household, which isn't the case. Because those norms are unnormal in certain instances, if you will. I'm not going to get too deep into that, because that's taking, you know, we're going down a whole nother rabbit hole with that.
I was right there too.
No, but I think it's good.
Normal is only normal in your immediate space.
Yep.
Once you step 1 foot an inch outside of you, your normal is not normal.
It's not normal.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
So,
that was the simple to what she said, basically.
Yeah, people need to really understand that just by being in a 2-person household with mom and dad, or in this case, because now a lot of gender roles have shifted, whatever the household may be, that's not, it's always not normal. Yeah. It's always not normal. Yeah. So.
No, I played that in right now. I keep going back to them. I'm so sorry.
No, you're
not even with that, but
because a lot of people are
now,
that specific thing. Yeah.
Okay, so the mom and dad went and held it down. She stayed home and rocked with them 7 kids. So that's what he saw. So that's what he understands. Might not have been the same thing with his lady. You know what I mean? So she saw, maybe get up and go get it. Now, you can't tell her not to be that way. You can't tell him not to feel that way, because it might be it's meant in a good way. But if you're not like taking heed to what she feels, or at least understand it, then it's harm. Yeah. It's a little harm in that. It's unintentional. Yeah. But unintentional, it still hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. And to give him some credit, I think that's why he's trying to have the conversations like with me.
And that's good.
And he even asked me like if you can like try to get, you know, because I told him about I'm doing this marriage podcast, and he was just like, well, see if you could like help me out a little bit, because like he does want to take that step. He does want to move forward, despite like the uncertainty there, and I can't say like, hey, I'm a good person to listen to you, but I'm not in his place where I'm about to get married and all this other stuff.
But what he also can do is take what he learned being in that household and work with his wife. I don't expect you to be like my mom. I don't expect for you to be nobody but yourself. But let's work on this together.
Yeah, and I think for him, it's just like that's the gap that he has. Managing that is like, hey, I'm willing to meet you there, but there is a gap where I'm just like,
he's gonna have to ungap that gap.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to let that whole gap just close. Because this is reality. This is another person's life that now you're bringing also into your life together.
Yeah.
And you need to let that facade of that memory, which I'm not saying is a bad memory, go of how you saw your parents. Because again, times have changed. Times have shifted. You know what I mean? It's constantly revolving.
Yeah.
It may be different. It may go back to the old way we know within like say 50 years where the woman sits at home and she takes care of the household and the man is out there doing 100% of the work labor. We don't know because the world constantly evolves. People evolve. Time changes constantly. So we won't know, but you have to be willing to evolve in your own space with your spouse.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fair. One thing I did tell, I guess like both of them is like, can they adapt to each other kind of thing. Because even though like, you know, he is like trying to make the effort, but like being real with himself too.
Yeah.
About like before taking that step, and her being real with him too. Like you see how his mom is. Like we see like she's like on point with everything. She's like very like she's like, you know, the traditional wife from back in the day. Like, and it's hard for me to like, I just tell them like, hey, see if you guys could like merge each other, but understand that you have that difference, and that may be like kind of like the root of some of the conversations and challenges that you guys have. So it's like, yeah, I'm happy that you guys said that. Just in general. Go ahead.
I got another perspective on it though.
Yeah.
You got to play devil's advocate. Listen, if you need her to change that much for you, just go get someone that's gonna be exactly like your mom.
Yeah, but I think for him it's just like I don't feel for her.
No. Just go do that. And if she feels like she just has to change that much, then just don't.
Yeah. You shouldn't have to
if
change
you gotta
yourself to be
listen,
happy.
there's nothing wrong with change because change is gonna come whether you want it or not. But having to deliberately change to fit someone else's, you know, view of you, so we can have a relationship. How much you compromising of the foundation already with that?
Yeah, agreed.
Oh, but I love her though. Yeah, but do you? No, I love him too. But I mean, is it really worth changing yourself so much that 5 years from now you ain't gonna know who you are?
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. And then ultimately, like, setting yourself up for failure.
Yep.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
You're running in quicksand, man.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. And I think that lesson is good for people, like, in that dating phase to, like, try to figure out, like, hey, figure out, like, what you want and who you are first. And it was good advice that you said about, like, living with yourself and having that time with yourself before moving in with someone. Because to avoid, like, being in kind of predicaments, like, kind of like this one. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So just so everyone knows, we're not saying not to work it out. We're just saying figure
it out.
Yeah.
Never said not to work it out.
Yeah.
But that's the part of that telling the truth to you and to them.
Yeah.
Like right now, after you hearing what we said, now you should be able to know if she ain't leaning to me this way or he ain't leaning to me this way. Yeah, I'll still hang in there, but man, don't waste your time. Just go. But if it's like you said, if it's worth it to you, you'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I'm really happy that we kind of went into this because I think, and like I said, they're okay with me like saying this just in general. But I think a big thing for her is I love him, but I'm older. Like, I'm not like 21, 22. Like, she's like my age. She's like, I'm not gonna say my age on camera, but she's like my age.
I know your age, but I'm not gonna say your age.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm 28, so she's like 28, and the whole thing, especially nowadays with all the noise on social media, is, well, you need to have your kids by 35, by 40, because if not, then you'll risk geriatric pregnancy and stuff like that. So her mindset is, I don't want to have to like start over. His mindset is like the same, because he's a little older than us. He's like 31.
Okay.
Or he just turned 32, one of the two. So his thing is just like, in his household, it's like his dad had all their kids by 30. His mom had all her kids by 25. So like his thing, they were just like really old school. So he feels behind in his own right, and then she feels not behind, but she's like fearful of like not making this work. And I feel like that's a big reason why they're trying to, besides love, why they're trying to like navigate that space. So like for women who feel like their biological clock is ticking, or for guys that feel like they're behind just on the expectations of family or society, like what would you say to them?
There's really no time when you're ready to start a family. It just happens. It happens earlier for some and later for others. Now, if you become fearful of your biological clock is ticking, and yes, we as women, it ticks a little bit quicker, than men because of the changes that women go through. There's always other options out there. Never say that you're not going to be able to have a family. Surrogacy, you can freeze your eggs. There's different options out there, but I understand, because a woman wants to know what it feels like to conceive and hold that child for those 9 months and, take care of the child and then ultimately, birth the child. I understand that, but it's never too late, because we always have options. Where back in the day, there were no options. It was just, this is what it is, and that's it. There's nothing. I highly suggest that, again, they really need to come to grips and have this a real hardcore conversation about this, because it can ultimately, yes, affect the marriage. Honestly, they have to be willing to understand each other's wants and needs, and be, what's the word? Help me, honey. What's the word? You always speak you always speak for me. We're like each other's twin, each other's yin and yang. They have to just be wanting to understand each other's wants and needs, but at the same token, be honest about what can happen. Now, when it comes to the male's point of view, and he can speak more to this, when it comes to the male's point of view, again, you're having a family, you want to continue that legacy of carrying that name on. That is the biggest thing of all when it comes to men, especially men always wanting to have a boy, is carrying on that legacy. It shouldn't always just be about that legacy. It should be about instilling the worth within that legacy, if that makes sense. So, that's a hardcore conversation behind closed doors that they're really gonna have to filter out and figure it out. What about you?
Easy. You're never behind, unless you consciously entered into a race or competition and you're not moving, then yeah, you're behind. But everyone's individual time is their own time, even if you can frame the concept of it. But we sitting here in the same place sharing time and space, but each one of our individual time is still our own. Because when I'm talking like this, she's listening and she's over here. The same time, but different spaces. So like I said, you can't tell. You always hear people like, "Oh, that's social media." Y'all gonna listen to it anyway. Y'all gonna see this there, so that's okay. But it's for that fleeting moment. Like I don't know, people. You can't. I think maybe like I said, that brother had like a very strong, up close and personal view of like life, because he had that probably like a close family and everything. You can tell it was a strong family structure. It's what he saw is what he know. So, like, he's not wrong for maybe wanting that, but sometimes, and I'm not saying that she's not the right person, but she's not going to do exactly what your mother. She's going to be the woman who she is. And when you can learn to respect her for the woman she is, then it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. No, I like that, and that's why I wanted to like put this together to offer like a different perspective. And I
got hope for you.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, I think when hearing stuff like this and them intentionally talking to people that are a little bit more open-minded than like maybe his background, or maybe even like her background too, because you know, like it's like there's two extremes, because you have like the hyper, like she grew up with her mom, like her mom's like really hyper independent, like I don't need no man kind of thing, and
yeah, that's hard, boy.
And then his family is just like, no, this is the rules, this is what it is. So it's like two extremes, and I would highly like encourage people, it's like in my friends, to like listen to stuff like this or talk to people with open-minded perspectives. And I know they're not always easy to find. As I said, I'm very lucky that I have people like you. I have people like my brother, and other people that hopefully in the future I'll be interviewing, because they're not like subjected to like, I guess, like back in the day culture or even nowadays. So yeah, and I guess it's hard, because especially like before, since I feel like back then you did have, I guess, like your go-to people, but now since like the culture is like more isolating, more like digital, there isn't like that person you could just call, or feel like you can call and trust to have those conversations. So hopefully they took.
We're hoping for you.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah. No, and I appreciate you guys letting me go on to that.
Y'all, at them little young ages though, relax.
But I think that's kind of like, but that's the thing, because I guess most of our lives are on social media.
Yeah.
Go do some stuff.
That's
Come back like 5 years from now, maybe 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all
enjoy life.
Relax.
Travel. Enjoy life.
Definitely go. Just go. Just go.
Yeah. Just go. Get off the grid. Sometimes it's good just to leave social media alone. You need that sometimes. Yeah. Just go.
No, I definitely do agree. So we have 2 more questions left before we get into our rapid fire round. So I appreciate you guys going this far with me. just 2 more. Just hold on tight for me. So if you could give one piece of advice for someone who wants marriage but feels discouraged, what would it be?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm sitting here like,
someone that wants marriage but feels discouraged. Yeah. Well, why would they? My question would be: is why do you feel discouraged?
I could give examples if that.
It has to have context. Okay. You can't just say discouraged.
Yeah. Okay, so like for one example, like my friend, right? Like he wants to get married. He's afraid that it's gonna ultimately fail because of the extremes.
That's his first thought right there, thinking it's gonna fail. Yeah. You can't think that something is gonna fail.
And then the other, I guess, portion that I would say is just like people nowadays, especially like single people, is like I can't find someone kind of thing. So just like I feel kind of lost in the dating pool. I feel kind of lost with navigating love.
Because their expectations are set too high because of what they see on social media. That's what the problem is. And I'm being completely honest. People need to step away and look at life, real life. People are portraying what they want based off of what's going on in social media, and that's where a lot of disappointment comes into play. Let's say, i.e. example, you're on social media, you see this beautiful girl, she's doing all this, she's an influencer, and she has this great personality via social media. Young man, I want to meet her, he goes into her DMs, they end up hooking up, let's just say, friends, and then ultimately starting a relationship. But then, what his expectations of what he saw on social media can ultimately change his mind what he sees in real life. She's beautiful on social media, inside and out, but she could be the ugliest person in real life.
Yeah.
So that's where a lot of the disappointment is coming, is because people are portraying what they want their lives to look like based off of social media. And that's when it will ultimately fail. That's my, that's why it's not going to work. It won't work.
Expectations. I don't know.
You can have expectations, but you have to be willing to bend on those expectations. For me, I'm a neat freak, and I'm going to put my husband's business out there. I'm a neat freak.
Hold on.
In a good way.
No, I already know what you're talking about. I'm talking about as far as... No, go ahead.
I'm a neat freak, so it's just like, for me, things for me have to be in order. Like, my closet is in order, like OCD order.
I got moments. Big moments.
His closet looks like a hurricane, a tsunami, and a whole bunch of other things came into it. But that's him. That's his rhythm. That's his closet. But he's able to find where he needs to be. Whereas if with me, I have to have everything structured and planned out and put accordingly. I iron my clothes for 2 months straight for work. That's how OCD I am. And they're hanging up. Whereas if with him, he could just go in the closet and pick something out. He's good to go. I've always had this structured mind about me. Always. But we're
telling the truth though.
But this is the thing, we're each other's yin to each other's yang, because there's times where you tell me I need to chill out and I need to relax. But it works for us. By me being a little bit structured in certain ways and OCD with certain things, I've gotten him to a better level, if you will, of certain things. But by me not being so OCD when it comes to me just always wearing like shoes and straight dress clothes and things of that nature, he came in and he was like, it's okay to dress down and relax. Where now, I would never wear sweatpants before. I would never wear sneakers before, but I think I got a bigger sneaker collection than he does now.
Close.
So you see what I'm saying? So you have to... Yeah. You gotta bend somewhere. You know what I mean? And as long as you have the right expectations and not the wrong expectations, everything will run smooth. And that's just my outtake on it. Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice. Okay, final question before our rapid fire round is, what are 2 or 3 green flags people should look for before committing?
Green flags.
Yeah. We always talk about the red flags. So I wanted to end a little more positively on like, what are some green flags?
How the person can look at you and you can tell it's love. You will know when it's love. When that person is looking at you, or even just a touch. When the person looks at you and the person touches you, it's not like you're jumpy or you're scared or anything. That's a green flag for me. What about you?
You can see how they interact well with people. Kind of gives you a little, or how people respond to them. How they handle certain conflicts tells you a lot too. Whether you can, even if you do get to the point where you yell a little bit or sometime y'all maybe shout, if it even gets to that. But how people handle that, because there's some people that have seen in their household that even as the woman, she's supposed to try to put her hands on men. People don't talk about that enough. For me, like I can be honest, for me, that'd have been the one and done. Like umbilical cord.
Umbilical cord. Yeah. No, I think those are good green flags. Especially, I think the ones you said is not really common. At all. But like, I think those are good ones too, like conflict, how they handle conflict, how people interact with them. I think that's the underplayed one. Like how people, like who they have in their life and how they treat them. Because I feel like that definitely could say a lot. About people. And how they take care of like their relationships. Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it. So I wanted to end this on like a fun round, just in case we did go a little deep and a little sad on anything. So we're gonna do a quick fun round, a rapid fire round of the game of who knows who best. You're not feeling this one. It's quick. It's quick. I promise. We're gonna go quick.
Okay.
No, yeah, you good.
Okay, ready? All right. Who is more romantic? I love how you do
It varies.
Okay.
I'm not going to say one or the other is more romantic than the other. We're both at that happy medium.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest.
Okay, that's fair. I love when you guys see this. You guys both just turned insane. I love it. I can't. Okay. Who takes longer to get ready?
It depends. You know what? It's not really that I take longer to get ready. I'm actually ready before her, but I always forget to do something, so I go back up the stairs like twice. At least twice. Once I get downstairs, I'll get dressed and be down here before her. Mm-hmm. And when she gets down here, I'm like, oh damn.
But he technically isn't ready if he's got to run back up the stairs.
I forgot my I might either forgot like a ring or something, or I gotta go put my lotion back on my hands because my hands get that something like that. Mm-hmm. Or I forgot to spray my cologne. Something.
But you're not ready.
But I'm ready.
But when I walk down the stairs, I'm ready.
Well, look, I explained that I made you right. Come on. Damn.
No, I love that. You know what? It's fair. It's fair.
It's fair.
Yeah, it's fair. Okay, who is more emotional?
I would say me.
Okay. Then without a doubt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You ain't like ultra emotional either. But you're definitely, out of us two,
I'm more emotional.
Easy.
That's fair. Okay, last one. What are the top 3 things you admire about your wife or husband?
I call him the professor. No, really. And the reason why I call him a professor is because just by talking to him, he knows a lot of history. Mm. And it amazes me when we start talking and he just goes down like rabbit holes after rabbit holes. And he's actually taught me a lot of things that I did not know. So I call him the professor, for sure. He also has a great singing voice.
Really?
He sings. I told him I was going to try to get him on American Idol. He's better.
Oh, you got to get him on camera.
It was a joke.
But he sings very, very well. Believe it or not.
That's surprising. Not saying you don't look it. I'm just saying I wouldn't have ever thought.
And my husband has 2 left feet, but when he does drink some alcohol, he's the best dancer.
I won't say I'm the best dancer then, but I'll fit right on in.
Yeah, he'll fit in.
You'll get down.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what are some 3 things you admire about your wife?
I admire how I laugh. I talk shit about it, but being the OCD, because the way that it's structured and make things move, because I'm more cerebral with certain things, and just so I understand all the different strings in the back channels and make things happen. So that interests me. Mm-hmm. So the way she moves, she's smart. Mm-hmm. She's intelligent. She moves. She's pretty tactful, and I like that a lot. Mm-hmm. Let me see, because there's a few things. I'm trying to think. One more. Definitely not that. All that lip. No, definitely not that. God. And her drive. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it'd be on different aspects. It's the things that nobody sees. She's that kind of fitness journey right now, and I'm watching how long it's been for a moment, and I'm seeing the consistency, how she attacks school, education. And she stands up, put her feet down with work with different, all the different aspects that you have to deal with there with corporate stuff, and just how she, I'm the confidant. sometimes I gotta call the play sometime. Not call the play, but it'll be times I'll sow the seed for it to be, because I can see how this is going and where it may go. So, and I help her, because she, in that moment, even though she's not emotional, the emotion, she's caught in the middle of it. So she may not see that perspective that I see. So, but those are the things that I'm about. That's it.
Yeah, that's really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you really did love me.
Yeah.
No, I love that. I love that. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your busy schedules. I really appreciate it.
Anytime.
Yes, and obviously congratulations. You're on the whole doctorate thing and your success too. Soon it's gonna be Dr. Kimberly Smith.
Yeah.
Yes. If you have a celebration, do let me know. So I can
Of course.
That goes without saying.
That goes without saying. You know, there's always gonna be a celebration. For sure. There's gonna be a big celebration.
Oh yeah, especially with your cooking.
Well, I'm not gonna be cooking. It's gonna be outside.
Okay.
Like, we're gonna have the whole thing catered, and
Okay,
it's gonna be a big celebration. Yes, for sure.
Okay, well, either way, congratulations, and thank you guys for taking the time. I do appreciate it.
Course.
You're welcome.
Hopefully we can do this again. Obviously, when we have more time.
Of course.
At least with Kim, if Cedric's not with us.
I'm about to say, damn, I can't.
I'll be more than happy.
Listen, I already didn't. You already got me talking into the fuzzy white. I done got by that, so I guess we can hang out.
You dropped a lot of good gems, so you guys both dropped a lot of good gems, and I think people are gonna really it's gonna be helpful for them, especially like my friends in general, the people that inbox me and watch my stuff. This is definitely gonna help.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah. Well, that's all I have for today. Remember, do subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in our next video. So bye for now.
Bye.